Hello, I'm Arthur, I'm 32 years old, and I'm gonna tell you the story of how we launched our first SaaS and how money we made. But before that, I'm gonna tell you a quick story. When I was young, I always wanted to be this man. Roger was my absolute idol. I was dreaming about it every night. I wanted to be exactly like him. But it was already taken, so I thought that becoming a professional tennis player would be a good idea. Unfortunately, when I was 17, I understood that I would never be a very good tennis player. So I had to give up on my ambition, and that's how I started to think about entrepreneurship. So this was my first business. It was tennis balls delivery, where I would personalize the name and the logo on the balls. Obviously, it wasn't working, but I had my first learning. My first learning was to create a community that would give me feedback on the product, and that's how we started a t-shirt brand. The t-shirt would be basically expression of tennis players that we would put on the t-shirt. It was fun, but obviously didn't make a lot of money. Then I created a platform where people that want to play tennis could play and eat with professional tennis players. It worked well, but for many factors it was too complicated to operate, so we had to stop it. Then I started a YouTube channel where I would basically share tips and tricks about tennis. And the first video that I have done where when it was the COVID and we were locked down in Paris and I was making the video in my courtyard in Paris. Then the channel started to grow and I decided to ask my brother, who is a professional tennis player, to appear in the video with me. And with the channel that started to grow, I started a communication agency for sport brands in order to help them to create content online. It's called 𝐬𝐬𝐧𝐞 and we help over 30 to 50 brands per year to create meaningful content on social media. But I still don't have enough. Today, I want to build a SaaS business because I want to explore this opportunity that I've been struggling not doing it for the last years. And I know the journey is not going to be easy, but I think if I see myself at 14 years old, this is the kind of person that I want to be and I want to shake my own hand. So that's why I'm starting this new journey. And here is the story of how I'm going to make it. Chapter 1, building a team. When I talk about SaaS, many people think that thing is to have a very good idea. And I come to that a bit later in the video because no, to start, I don't think that I needed a good idea. I really think that I needed to have a good team around me. And actually, I needed a tech co-founder. First, because I don't know how to code. And yes, I could have done it with no code or whatever, I understand that, but I wanted to have a technical co-founder to go bigger and to go faster. And also because of the years, I've learned that my biggest skill is about bringing people together and make them work synchronously together. By the way, sorry if I say English word that doesn't exist. So in my journey to find a tech co-founder, I thought about Julian that I met a few years ago in Mexico, and I remember him to be a very good tech guy that also share passion as traveling, being free, that I share also. So we started to talk together. He was really into it, so we decided to give it a try. So we decided to have 15 days to ship an MVP, and my idea was turning any YouTube videos in LinkedIn posts. To be honest, at this moment, I didn't really care about the idea. I just wanted us to be able to ship a product in less than 15 days. Also, exactly at this moment, I knew I needed a marketing copywriter guy, and I instantly thought about my friend Geoffrey, who is excellent at copywriting and persuasion. And at this moment, I also knew that I needed a designer. That's why I asked my girlfriend Aleta to help us. So the team was complete and we were ready to lift mountains. Chapter 2, building a product. Once my team was ready, we could go forward and create the first product. I've been in business for the last 10 years and I know one thing is that when you launch, nothing will happen and it's actually the moment that it starts. You never know if an idea is good, and what matters is execute the idea. Because in reality, I'm not betting anything on my first SaaS. I know very well that the first one is not going to be anything except a very good amount of luck, but it's probably going to start to do something as we're gonna launch new SaaS and new SaaS, because we'll have learning from the past one. And by launching 10 SaaS, maybe something can happen on only one. All of these SaaS will probably never go above 1000 MRR, but maybe one of them is going to explode, and that's gonna be fun. So after a few weeks, we launched AeroPost, which is the user-friendly AI tool that helps you create any LinkedIn post in just in a minute. What you can do is that you can basically upload a link here or create a quick note by dropping the thoughts, or even creating a vocal note here by clicking here. And then it's gonna create you a LinkedIn post in less than a minute. Here with a simple YouTube URL, I created this post on LinkedIn, and I'm able to schedule it or publish it on LinkedIn instantly. And after launch that, we published it on Product Hunt. And when I tell the story, actually, I realized that for now, everything went smoothly so far. It could sound very easy, but actually the real thing now is to have some users. And by the way, before launching it, I warned the team we'll probably have no user when we're gonna start. In fact, after 2 weeks on launch, this is exactly what happened. 28 users, 0 customer, 0 in MRR. If you find it disappointing, honestly, me too. I thought that because of Product Hunt, we'll have way more users and many customers. But yet, I think it's a very positive result. First, because I'm very happy with the team that we have made. Second, because the feedback that we have from the users gave us the idea of a new tool that we're creating now for the new SaaS that we're gonna launch. And also, I realized that competition in SaaS is something important. And if you don't push features that is really different from the competition, you're probably not going to make it, except if you have a big community. So now you probably wonder what's next. Geoffrey and I are going to really focus on our personal brand on LinkedIn and create meaningful conversation with other entrepreneurs on LinkedIn. And I'm actually using my own tool to create conversation and engagement with other LinkedIn entrepreneurs. And I actually realized that a good way to come up with SaaS ideas is to talk with the other founders of the problem that they have. So for the moment, I won't say anything about the mystery tool we're gonna launch in 2 weeks, but I can only tell you 2 things. If you want to get bigger on LinkedIn, you will love it. And second, we're gonna launch it on August the 1st. Also guys, it's my first kind of video like this. I've tried to be as clear as possible, but it's probably not the best video that you can find on YouTube. So feel free to share me feedback in the comments, and I hope I will see you soon.